Hello, folks. Welcome to the Monday Night Raw review. It's 6:05 Eastern here on the channel, not Superstation TBS, Wrestling with Hara. Hara. This is the 1-year anniversary of us rebranding to a complete wrestling and horror channel. Support my own merch here, but. We have, that was, a year ago today, we had the 300th episode of Raw, and it was actually April Fool's Day, technically is the 1 year, but it was funny that I chose to rebrand on April Fool's Day, and I don't know who the joke was on, but it's been fun this last year being able to cover something that I, at the time, had to look at from afar and only critique, and now I'm back in the wrestling business and I'm in the ring once or twice a week, and it's painful at this age. It's painful, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's the most addictive drug I've ever done. YouTube would be far easier to leave than wrestling will be, and when that inevitability happens. But no, I say thank you to gentlemen on the panel, and Woods, our guest, man. Instant regret. Him and I go back 19 years on YouTube. 19 fucking years.
Long time, brother.
It is, bro. It is. Back to MySpace. I mean, yeah, it's been a long fucking road. And he was on our 300th episode. And I said when he was on last week, he said, I'll be able to be there for the whole show next week. I said, all right. So we scheduled him. I was like, hey, that works out. And then I'm looking, like, as I was looking back through the chronological order of episodes, I'm like, oh shit, you were on 1 year ago today when we did the big switch over. And yeah, it's let's hear it for the horrors. Yeah, you guys got to give it up for the horrors. Always, Barton. Always. And Barton's another guy I met through wrestling when I was working for Apex out in was at New Baltimore, Michigan, north of Detroit, up there years and years ago. Been friends with him on Facebook. Watch this kid grow up, man. It's crazy. He was a little guy. We used to bring him to the shows. But speaking of the shows, my God, we've got an underwhelming episode of Raw to review. And let me just start out the entire review by saying there was some good in the episode, and it mostly it was a front end loaded show with that. But let me just first say, overall, the entire episode just let me start and preface everything with that.
Got to set the tone.
Set the tone. But no, I'll talk about the good, because in those of you out there watching, we are live on X right now. On the Awful Wrestling Opinions channel over on X, and we're live on the Awful Wrestling on Twitch at the moment, right? Meow. So yeah, that's there's a whole bunch of ways that you can watch us today. Because I had access to that over there on Twitter. I'm like, let's throw us on Twitch and Twitter too for the evening. But Tony, I want you to start on this, because we've been clamoring for a interaction, and a real honest interaction between Cena and Thody. Let me bring up the thumbnail for the episode, because even though Cena said he wouldn't go to cook Thody, he cooked him, daddy.
Yeah.
Cooks Thody.
Oh, Tony's muted. I didn't notice that.
No,
Chris, you just watched the promo.
Yes,
I
did.
Give us your thoughts, and then we'll circle back to Tony.
Okay, I just want to preface this with Paul Levesque. It lives about 5 miles from here, and I think he was within earshot of us critiquing his the last booking, because John Cena did exactly what we wanted him to do, and I think he did it very well. I think he called out everything that we were bitching about, and I think he did it really well in the sense that it was a heel move to say the shit he did, but I think Cody needs a heel because he's not a good babyface. Like he just that entire flame broil that we witnessed was everything that we have been saying for the last few weeks. You know, pushed through John Cena's mouth as if we were the CCP, and he did an amazing job, and I hope Cena gets it. Like I'm the crowd was they were going both ways or whatever, and Cody mentioned like the lisp and all that other stuff, but like honestly, I'm rooting for Cena. Like he did the cheap shot at the end, but this is his last hurrah, and I think we're now starting to see why Cena, as he said it, he carried the organization, and they put in their little cheap shot at Vince because they always do that.
They have to. They can't help themselves.
Yeah, it's contractually obligated, but I'm rooting for Cena, and I hate to say that because he sold out our country.
He sold out to the CC, the Chinese.
Yeah, like he's doing a great job. He said everything we wanted to say.
Right.
So that's just my 2 cents.
Wood, what about you, man? Thanks, Chris.
I agree. I knew that like after the first 2 weeks of absolutely fuck all with the two of these guys talking, it's like mirror images of each other's promos last 2 weeks. I was praying that something would happen this week, and my prayers were answered in a form of evisceration. So hopefully it just builds up from here, and it's not just the same old shit for, one person gets the upper hand 1 week, one person. I mean, obviously now Cena's going to come back in some way, shape, or form and demolish Thody. But,
he's got to.
But yeah, I thought it was easily the best part of the entire program.
Amen.
Yeah, like we had, like I said, you came out and the crowd, you had a mixed crowd at first with the "Let's Go Cena," the "Cena sucks" chants. Cody is just when Cena started in on him, and the best line he had, let me find it in my notes, was "I've built empires for billionaires, and all you did was steal money from their kids."
Yes.
Yep.
That was a shot right across the bow. And, Cena's like, I don't cook, I bury talent, and you're called him mediocre. It's like everything that we've been saying got regurgitated in that promo by Cena, which was none of it was a lie. Nope. There was nothing that was a lie in that,
Nope.
What do you want to say?
I just want to talk about the Jimmy Uso and
Okay, you're gonna have to wait. You have to wait, bud. We're still talking about this one.
You're fine.
I know. Jesus Christ.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
What up, Trey?
They said hi. They called you a pain in the ass. Oh wait, that was just me. That was just me.
But in that promo, I really liked it. I just like that John Cena whooped him.
Yeah.
In the promo, and then he took the crossroad.
Yeah.
But like Tony said, nobody's gonna remember that.
Nope.
But people will remember Cena calling Cody inauthentic, which is one of the things he said, you're not authentic. I'm like, that's fantastic. Yeah. It's so nice to hear that pointed out, because it's like they're taking note of the things that are said, in the discourse online. And that is a big part of it. And that's why I'll never buy Cody as anything more than, like he said, just mediocre mid-card talent.
It also just shows that they don't have a clue what the fuck they're doing, and they're just throwing things at the wall.
Yeah.
And then listening to the fan reaction and then change accordingly. It's like,
well,
can we just do it right?
But here's the thing is, like I don't mean to jump in on you, but like that's good business, dude.
I get that, but like at some point they have to be able to do it without that. Like you can't just hang on everybody's, because then you're floundering, and that's what they were doing before this.
No, yeah, I understand that, but like part of wrestling is reading the room, reading the crowd, and when you're doing that on a online scale, the whole social media and stuff, like you're reading the room of the reactions for that, and then like being able to on the fly adjust to that. That's what makes awesome wrestling. Because if they had this like perfectly, like if we sat down and we were 100% placated, and Jey Uso didn't win the Elimination Chamber and all that stuff, like it would get boring. It would be like God mode in a video game. I love it that it's unpredictable.
They used to do the stuff on the fly as it was happening, not wait till the next week and then change.
Oh yeah, the pacing.
Like with the Rock, like an example of that would be like the Rock Hogan thing. Like they were cheering the opposite direction, so they switched it like on the fly. They didn't
have a choice.
Yeah, they didn't have a choice. So it's like the wrestlers in the ring, they're just robots basically at this point. Like they have to do what their puppet masters tell them.
Well, as much as like I agree there's some stuff I dislike, but like I can't get angry at them for changing things up. It's like what Wood was saying. It's like, dude, how many more weeks of this crap are we gonna see without Cena throwing shit back? And what did he do? He threw it back in spades. He threw it back like really, like he said everything that we've been bitching about for those 2 weeks, and he said it perfectly.
Yeah,
like I'm happy. like I can't complain about that.
No, not at all. Not at all. That was it was like the ending to the promo. Nobody's gonna care about the Crossroads. Yeah. Everybody's just gonna remember that was the promo where Cena finally was allowed to expose Cody. Mm-hmm. That was a fantastic promo. I can't even be mad at that. As somebody who's not really a John Cena fan,
I am.
You like Jimmy Uso too, so I don't. At least John Cena has a good, track record. Jimmy Uso not so much.
Yeah, but your critique there, Trey, is null and void when Jimmy's your favorite wrestler.
Yeah, Draven said your opinion doesn't matter because Jimmy Uso is your favorite wrestler, and he's basically a bum.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And how did he beat Drew McIntyre?
Because it was scripted for him to beat him.
Hang on.
We are going to listen to Draven fighting a 10-year-old.
he beat Drew because it was scripted for him to do so. And he's a Samoan, and that's the only reason they're even in the spots that they're at. And they are a terrible tag team. All they do is super kick all the time. And just because their finisher is the 3D because the Dudleys gave it to them doesn't mean crap.
Fire back, Trey.
Now what you gonna do, brother?
Cold as ice.
Destroy him.
This dude cold as ice. Holy shit.
That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Emotional damage.
Oh God.
It's
okay if your dad doesn't beat you for his belt back. 24/7 rules when I come for WrestleMania. So I'm taking the belt. If
there documented footage of said event.
Yeah. He just did the Techno Viking.
Etep goes live for some random reason WrestleMania weekend. It's like, oh shit, I gotta tune in right now.
And if your dad has
about
the belt,
to cash in.
If your dad has the belt, then we'll team up and we'll beat him for the belt.
Pack up, get out. That ain't gonna work for me, brother. Is that good?
Oh man, that's great.
I gotta say goodbye.
Okay.
Oh,
Bye.
Peace out,
Bye.
Trey.
Wait. All right. Say what you want about Jimmy before you go.
yeah.
I thought the match was. I
You
thought
don't
the
need
match.
that stuff.
Oh, I thought the match was good until what's his name? Gunther beat him and just
Pulverize them.
basically he cooked him.
Uh-oh.
He cooked Jimmy Uso. And then Jey Uso came out and then Heck broke loose. and the bloody Jimmy Uso was there. Jay Uso was zip tied. It was
zip tied.
Yeah, Jay Uso was zip tied to the rope.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
Christmas.
No,
Oh.
I came in late.
Okay. But yeah, and then he just had Jay Uso watch Jimmy Uso getting put in a sleeper hold by Gunther.
Oh.
And he was tied up.
Uh-oh.
And he was acting,
that means more.
And Gunther was acting like me, trying to have Jay Uso try to get the title. Like I did to Dad when I beat him.
When I beat him.
He's gonna learn the hard way on Wednesday when he goes to camp and I powerbomb his ass.
Some of that last ride.
Yep. Yeah. It's the last ride.
The last ride.
Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you, Trey.
Subscribe.
Go eat dinner.
Oh yeah.
All right. We
That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Get your ass out of here before I fire you. God damn it.
That also ain't gonna work for me.
I don't give my foot in your ass is gonna work for me. Get out of here.
That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
I swear to Jesus, I'm locking that door. Keep the riffraff out.
Oh hell no.
He's still talking shit when he's going up the stairs.
Totally hear him.
You hear him yelling because the microphone is. I swear to Jesus, get your ass out of here. Oh my God. He's usually in bed when we're doing the show. You know, he wakes up and makes his spot appearances when he's half asleep. Unfortunately, he's fully cognizant right now. What's going on?
And his opinion's still terrible. Because he likes Jay.
Oh, yeah. Either of the Usos.
Whatever. They both look the same. They're interchangeable.
Draven's so matter of fact when he's just saying all this shit.
Yeah, it's like shit talking.
Scripted. You know, they were meant to win because it was scripted.
He gets here. Trey's gonna go to give him a hug, and Trey's gonna kick him in the dick and flip him off.
Oh my God!
Hey, Trey just Ric Flairs him right, just whop.
You gotta tell Trey that like all the kids in school or the gangs in school were after you because you're mad boat staff skills.
Jeez.
What are you gonna do today, Draven? Awesome. Anything I want, gosh.
Instead of young Sheldon, we've got young Draven.
Oh, jeez.
That's so Draven.
That's so Draven. So let's circle back. Let's go back because we don't have to spend much time on it. But anyway, the Cena promo that closed out good.
Yeah, that was
hopefully
great.
We get more of that out of them next week. But yeah, I think Tony was right when he said that Netflix was like, look, we need you to put some effort into this fucking show that we paid all this money for, billions of dollars over the course of 5 years. We paid you this money. Now let's see some quick return on investments. Why are you not putting your stars on this fucking show?
Yeah.
Why are you not putting your biggest angles here? You're still putting them on network TV.
Mm-hmm.
But we go to the New Catch Republic with the returning Tyler Date. Jesus Christ. Can we do that again? Oh, we're live, pal.
Taylor Dane?
Taylor Dane. We go live with Taylor Dane singing, "Tell it to my heart. Tell me you're the only one.
Yeah.
Is this really love or just a game?"
Boom, boom, biddy, boom, boom, biddy.
I had the biggest crush on her and her huge wall of blonde-haired, gorgeous tits when I was fucking like 8 years old. Oh my God. So Tyler Bate, not Taylor Dane, unfortunately for you, those of you across the pond. Tyler Bate comes back and tags with his old partner from the New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne, to the sound of thundering apathy.
Yeah. At least I'll give him credit. He wasn't wearing his underoos with the fucking the white like tidy whiteys like every other time.
He wasn't
So
wearing
I'll
Walter
give him
White.
credit for that. They were black and he looked like
The meth cookers.
He was wearing his gear instead of fucking just running down and greased up and in his underwear.
He comes up, catch me. You're never going to catch me. Better luck next year. I see you next time. I'm Pete Dunne.
Wait, can he sing "Tell It to My Heart"?
That was a once. You're only getting one of those out of me. What up, Gap? What up, Gap?
Hey,
tell it to my heart. So they do it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is it where we were? Boy, the game.
That'd be like nightmare fuel. Like,
there you go.
You're like a kid in the crowd crying. You're like, get that away from me.
What's wrong? You don't want to hear me ding? Jesus Christ. James is going to be like, don't ever stream on our Twitter again. Don't ever use our Twitch again. As a matter of fact, you're fired. As a matter of fact, you're fired.
Passwords changed.
That's it. I'm going to go to log in tomorrow. Everything's going to be changed. Like, motherfucker. So the New Catch Republic are wrestling against the New Day. Xavier Woods and I almost said Soraya. Jeez.
Oh, damn.
Freudian slender. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, who's not from Jamaica.
Come on.
And this is the notes I have for the match. I said the New Day go over. I don't know what to say, but Tyler Bates returned and he jobbed out in his hometown. Like, congratulations, Tyler Bates. And then the New Day demanded a title shot against the War Raiders, and the fucking War Raiders came out and they faced off, and nobody gave a fuck because and it pains me because I love tag team wrestling, but by God, the tag team division is just a fucking shit show. Like, you've got the fucking New Catch Republic, the fucking War Raiders, New Day, and who else on Raw? That's an actual tag team. American Made, the Alpha Academy, Otis and Tozawa. But they're all fucking bums.
Yeah.
Like, they're I hate, like, the War Raiders are probably like the most legit team out of that entire division. But the rest of them are just like, they're fucking bums. Like, SmackDown, you see you've got the Street Profits and Motor City, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Freudian slip.
Who's the DIY, those two fucking homos, Pretty Deadly. They look like fucking homos. That's their whole gimmick. It's like a re-ass billion. Pretty Deadly.
What the hell is even that?
They look like a couple of twinks.
Daddy, chill.
I thought it was perfectly normal to wear a netted long sleeve shirt cut off above the stomach.
Right?
Trust me, that's really not that gay.
It's super. Thanks for asking.
Well, didn't they used to have LA Knight straddle with them, or was that MXM?
That was MXM.
Yeah.
And he was whatever Dupree.
It was Max Dupree. I think it was Max and Maxine.
Dupree.
Dupree's son.
Yeah. Now he's LA Knight, and they're not doing shit with him.
No. The U.S. title reign again is just fucking meh. I mean, they had it on fucking Shaky Nakamura, and now it's, back on Los Angeles night when they shouldn't have taken it off of him in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't make any fucking sense. Let's see. So yeah, that's the fucking tag match. Yeah. I mean, that entire fucking segment. Let me do it. Just let's see. We can give it this one. This is what it was right here. It stinks. It just gets a short one because it was a shitty segment. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So Jimmy and Jay were backstage and they're preparing for Jimmy's match against Gunther, as Trey alluded to earlier. And earlier in the night, I put an asterisk and I said, why is the women's match the main event as opposed to your world heavyweight champion? And after watching the Gunther and Jimmy Uso match and the Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky match, I feel like I'm going to go slam my head in the refrigerator door because that's a better option as a main event.
Ouch.
I mean,
at least with the Rhea match, there was more build. There's more but the build to Gunther and Jey Uso has just been lackluster. This match shouldn't have been that competitive. I said that earlier. It was way too competitive of a match. They gave Jimmy way too much, even though he didn't get a lot. They still gave him too much because Gunther should have ran through him. I mean, he kept pulling him up on the 2 for the falsies and, beating on him more. But Jimmy Uso's so fucking bad. Like, he's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least Jay has flair. Jimmy just is. Yeah, here's this fucking guy.
Jay's I don't even think Jay has flair. Jay is just over with the crowd, and that's it. Because he has the fucking catchy thing that he does when he comes out to the ring. And then after that, it's just fucking the same as Jimmy.
Yeah.
Terrible. Like, it was neat to get a surprise or whatever for the Rumble, but then they didn't have anything they didn't know what to do with him after that.
Nope.
So it's like they just fumbled it. It's like, if you're going to have him win and have it be a surprise, then actually have something laid out ahead of time for him to do that's actually meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah, which they had none of that in this. It was a shit match. And yeah, he bloodied Jimmy and zip-tied Jay to the ring. And that was okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the best part of it. I mean, but overall, like, this is probably going to be one of the first matches on night 1. This is the World Heavyweight Championship.
I can see it opening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
I just, it's so, and like Tony said earlier, you've completely undervalued the fucking Royal Rumble, winning the Royal Rumble. What motivation is there? You get what? What do you get? You get the curtain jerk on WrestleMania for a meaningless fucking belt that they treat like shit.
Yeah.
What's the motivation?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the same could be said, Charlotte, she gets a title match, which I swear to God, if they put Charlotte Flair over, it's not that I dislike her that much. It's just that it's a bad business decision.
Well, they don't really, that they did the same thing they did with Jay with that whole situation too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where they didn't really have a plan.
No.
And I don't think they expected Tiffy to do as well as that she's been. So
yeah, Tiffy's been doing great.
Oh, absolutely.
I have a feeling Charlotte's gonna win that.
I don't know, man.
Because then you can have Tiffy chase her and not have to use a cash in to actually win the belt and actually win legitimately against like a strong opponent,
like SummerSlam or something like that.
And then it makes Tiffy look even better, I think, if they do it that way.
She was pretty good now.
Yeah, but the way she got the title is what you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
They want to legitimize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like putting Charlotte over is a mistake. It is. I mean, what are you going to do? You've got Tiffany, who is basically the female Kurt Angle. And how
do they have build up for Tiffany to face that's actually like legitimate?
That doesn't mean she has to be done with Charlotte. They could work. You got Backlash coming up the next month. Have them work one more time at Backlash. Put Tiffany over once and for all, because they got to have things in 3. So if they do 2, she's up 2-0. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
2 matches against Charlotte. Then in that meantime, you have somebody else kind of start entering in the background, cut a promo. Well, maybe they just do in passing. Somebody else comes after her.
Yeah,
but
that's why I said about her losing, and then she chases again, and then not only will she be a champion, she'll be a 2-time champion as well, because that's what that's what their big emphasis is: multiple times being the champion. It doesn't matter how long you've had it, the more you've had it, different times, is really kind of what, to get the record, I guess, up in that regard. Because the only like person that is like retained or kept it that's super long is like, Hogan and Roman and Santino. So it's like they're not going to do that kind of thing with the women's champion, I don't think.
They treat
just because the women's is just second fiddle to the men anyway. So
they're I don't know. It's so fucked up how they treat the fucking belts and shit. Period. Charlotte is babied too much. She is. They just let like Triple H. I think Triple H kind of has a thing for her.
Yeah, but look at her ability compared to all the other women on the roster, minus like maybe 2 or 3 people. Like, do you really blame him for putting his stock in that? Like, when you know that you can rely on that person to go out and put on a good match time and again, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you got to start building up other people to take her place. And Tiffany,
I agree with that completely. Yeah, I agree with it.
And now we went off on a completely different tangent.
Sorry.
I think we were still.
No, we were still talking about the. We were talking about Gunther and stuff, but then because that was kind of like underutilized, it led into the other underdeveloped as well. So
they're both undercooked. They both, Jay and Charlotte both won the Royal Rumble, and neither of them is getting a quote unquote main event spot, which we've got. The main event of night 1 is a random triple threat match not random, but it's just a regular triple threat match, no title on the line. So you're saying that feud is more important than any of your titles that were going to be defended on night 1. I mean, it's just, Well, we got our first Twitch bot.
Oh yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Best viewers on Steam, boo.
How do I don't know how to block people or how to remove shit on Twitch.
I don't know. I'd have to be on Twitch to see it.
I don't know. It didn't show up on the YouTube one. It just showed up on Twitch. So
it
just shows up my main. It shows up my main feed on StreamYard. But no, I think the title picture is fucked right now. They completely like fucked up with their women's. This is why you don't need fucking 4 main titles. Because it just muddies the waters and dilutes things. Like, if you have 1 women's main title, 1 women's mid-card title, and the tag titles, which is a stretch for the women's division, you don't need women's tag. You don't even have any really. You have a couple dedicated female tag teams. That's it. That's it. And the rest are just thrown together messes, But no, all these titles, it just ruins it. It does, because you could have your women's world title main event night 1. Then you have Cody versus Cena on night 2 right there. And everything else plays south of those, and that would be fine. But the way it's set up now, it's just fucking stupid. Yeah, but Charlotte is always pushed, which was okay because there wasn't much talent in the women's division. That isn't the case anymore. Absolutely. But and again, if you have the divisions combined into one women's division, then you have 2. You have your IC title and your women's world title, and that makes those more valuable. And then you have all your good women going after. You have Liv and fucking Charlotte and Tiffy and Rhea and Io and Bianca. There's 5 right there for your main card title. You have them all intertwined in little programs and shit, vying over the top spot. Maybe throw Refrigerator Jacks in there just for an even number. And then you've got your Lyra Valkyrias and your Dodge Dakotas and, your Oscars and Ivy Niles and fucking Zoe Starks down there vying. And even, like I said, you got Julia up. She goes right to the main event fucking scene. Stephanie Vakir right up to the main event scene. Jordan Grace, same thing. Roxanne Perez can fuck off.
Yeah, like they put them on NXT and it's like, why they don't really need the training. Like maybe to fine tune them a little bit, but they were already pretty good. Like especially Vikir, like in AEW when she went against Monet. Like that match was really good, and it wasn't because of Monet. It was because of Vikir. So it's like you had what's her name as a main eventer in your company. So why wouldn't you put? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, the way
I don't get the logic.
Well, like Tony alluded to, Triple H is a fucking lunkhead who doesn't know how to book.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this shit isn't gonna make sense. It just fucking kind of garbles together after so long, and you get this fucking just mess is what we have now. You know, it's like I'm shocked the WWE hasn't added in trios championships yet.
Oh, I don't think they will because they focus like it's pointless when you have a tag division like because like focus on your tag division. That's like the problem with AEW among many is like they have the trios belts, but where the hell have they been? They haven't been on TV in like forever that I remember. I don't even know who the trios champions are anymore in AEW.
Dustin Rhodes and
That's the ROH.
oh, is it? I don't know.
That trio.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll take Roxanne Perez. What were we talking about?
You lost me at Roxanne Perez.
AEW.
As soon as I heard
Isn't it the
Roxanne Perez,
fucking
I-
Death
yeah.
Riders?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. The
Yeah.
Death Riders have it.
Yeah, it's Claude. Is it Claudio?
That's why you haven't seen the
Claudio Pack and Paul Gruber.
So
Wheeler
I'm
Yuter.
fine with them having it because then that makes those titles literally dead, and that's fine. Like because they're not showing them and they're not doing anything, and they haven't really competed with them that I'm aware of. So it's like, yeah, then just focus on the tags. Like have them get them, and then just don't even say anything about it and have them disappear. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fine just to let those titles fucking ride off into the sunset, never to be heard from again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Oh, next we had Penta and Braun Breaker versus Dom with Finn Balor and Carlito accompanying them. This I mean, I see what you're doing, but again, the Judgment Day is such a fucking jobber stable that's beneath Penta and Braun Breaker. Like, what are they building up to a multi-man intercontinental title match at WrestleMania that nobody's going to give a fuck about when you could just build a feud for Braun Breaker with somebody? But I mean, when you're trying to put him in there with Finn Balor and that, I mean, that ilk. And now you have Heat. So him and Penta will probably end up wrestling at Mania, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
That's what it looks like it's going to be. I mean, I love Penta. I can't believe they had him take a clean pinfall tonight, though.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
But it does serve. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I don't have much to say about that other than, why is the Judgment Day still together? But I wanted, when we can, I want to just run back to the Uso thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I always call Triple H a lunkhead and mention that really all he can do is what's been done before. It's not like he has creative ideas or anything. So I'm going to present to you Exhibit A over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they did something, and it was pretty transparent last week. He was going to beat the shit out of Jimmy. But I still think my booking is better where he just leave Jimmy out of it. This is between Jay and Gunther. Have him severely fuck up Jay this week. Throw him off the stage. That's how Raw ends. The crowd, all you hear, the commentator stops speaking. You just hear the crowd noise and the commotion of the officials around. Jay misses next week, and then the next week he shows up, all heart, and I'll see you at WrestleMania, Gunther, and the fans are worried about Jay's safety and shit. That's how you build this. But no, I just wanted to show that. Again, Triple H can only do what's been done before. He's not a visionary. He's not a creative. He's just, hey, I remember this from whatever wrestling promotion, and he's going to do that and just recreate a bunch of the best moments with different people.
But hey, man, he switched out the handcuffs for zip ties at least.
Yeah, give him some credit.
He thought handcuffs would be offensive to. Never mind.
We're not in February.
Jesus.
So,
anyway.
What?
On that note, let's play a sponsor spot. Here we go, folks.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Have you recently taken a tumble? Falling down on the floor or ground is never easy or safe. That's why Riddell Sporting Goods has partnered with professional wrestling legend Owen Hart's Ghost to bring to you Owen Hart's Crash Pad. Fall from your couch, a stool, a building, or a faulty zipline harness that was hastily given to you moments before your descent. Owen's Crash Pads are guaranteed up to 15 stories. Get one today wherever sporting goods are sold.
I imagine myself.
Owen Hart's Crash Pads. Get them today, folks. Get them today. So Breaker and Penta lost the match. Afterwards, Balor hit the coup de grace, on Penta for the win. And, there's heat between Penta and Breaker now. And I don't know. What do you got there, Tony? Is that something you need me? What do you got?
I'm just sharing it for Draven.
God damn it. Why is Sting a clown?
I don't know. I actually, sometimes his matches were a bit underwhelming, but I actually liked Sting a lot. I liked it when he won the title and stuff.
Yeah, I like Sting. I was Doug Sting. I was sad when he finally capitulated and took the money and came to WWE because I'm like the one guy that they didn't get to bury, and Hunter fucking buries him immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
And they put him with the NWO, which made no sense. Like, if you're going to do that, put him with Red and Black NWO because he was at least part of that team.
Well, Macho Man's dead, and they weren't talking to Luger. So it would have been just him, Nash, and Rey Mysterio if they were going to do that because Mysterio was in there for a minute. I think Rey was in the Wolfpack, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. I don't think he was.
No. Okay, I couldn't remember. No, he was in the Filthy Animals. That's right. It was the Filthy Animals. Let's see. So we went backstage. One of the highlights, dude, in the Penta match and all that. I mean, I don't really want to just completely it wasn't terrible. You know what I mean?
I don't know. The Judgment Day for me is that ship has sailed.
Conan. It was Conan. It was in the Wolfpack. Wrong Mexican. Oh my God.
Jesus. Mike Wazowski.
He looks like the booger from the Mucinex commercial.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a sick Brock Lesnar. Like queasy Brock.
Brock Lesnar with a thyroid problem.
Yeah.
It's my
Mucinex in, Mucinex out.
Yeah. He can't even say. They're like, you're fired. He's like, I can say it, guys. I really can.
Oh my God. Yeah. Poor lispy fucking fake bastard. So let's see, what else do we have? Chad Gable backstage with Adam Pearce. He's sick again, even though he's on an international tour. He's at the venue. He's still sick, too sick to compete. He's got a doctor's note. And, Pearce says, well, it's too bad because we're in Minneapolis next week, which is, as we all know, Little Somalia. What do you think I was going to say? Chad Gable's hometown? No, it's Little Mogadishu. So, fucking might as well be Bosnia Herzegovina, but it's Somalia is more accurate and apropos.
Yep.
So Gable's mad because he can't compete, and they've already signed El Grande Americano to compete next week, and to piss off the sect of retarded neckbeard fucking weirdo cuck fans that get offended and then want to complain about AI and say, you said Gulf of America. And as I had some interactions with some Mexicans talking about this very topic after Raw last week, and all of them thought it was hilarious. None of them took it as a slight. Now, I'm not saying that they speak for the entire section of the population that is Latino or Mexican, or originally from South America.
Yeah, from the Yucatan.
That love Lucha Libre. No, they thought it was funny. They thought the use of AI was actually funny in that context because it's a heel thing to do. The guy's he's a dumbass heel. So the outrage and anger over this is all just fucking retarded neckbeard white leftists that are shrieking into the shit abyss and over nothing. Oh my God, I can't believe you think of America. Oh my God, it's making fun of Lucha Libre. Oh my God, my mom burned the Hot Pocket. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. God. Jesus H. Christ, you fucking fucks. Like, I hope they enjoy it. I really do. I hope they hate. As a matter of fact, I hope they hate every minute of it, because to you guys, I say this just
welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Yeah, fuck you fucking crybabies. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what? It was as bad as everybody crying about Carlito being racist when he said he had to learn to speak Chinese, when it was he plays a dumb fucking heel who says stupid things. And both Carrie and Yo-Yo Ma, neither of them were offended. They thought it was funny because it was meant to make him look like an idiot. I hate wrestling fans. I hate them. I fucking hate them. Like, it's just so fucking dense to get mad about shit like this, like the El Grande Americano, which is clearly Chad Gable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's clearly Chad Gable. The fucking mask says American made on it.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't supposed to be a fucking Scooby-Doo mystery, but the fact that people are outraged, them's people is Marks, Mr. Pete. Yes, they are. They're fucking neckbeard fucking idiots. Like, these are, do I have the fucking gimmick over here? I don't. Let me, I'll switch it up for a moment here. We'll go over to Wrestling with Horror Live. Whoops. What the fuck just happened?
Huh?
There, see, that's, these are the kind of people that shit attracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, AWC is the fucking worst.
It is. It's a cesspool of retards.
Yay!
Just fucking, if there's, chicks out there, Draven might fuck you. I don't know.
Whoa.
Well, if they're retarded, I mean.
I'm destroying Elba Fire right now with the chair.
God damn you.
Because she's useless, though.
He can't hear you over the sound of his clicking gamepad.
God damn it, Draven. What is this? What is this? Hang on.
Because it's a war games. It's a deadly game.
It's a deadly game.
Yeah. War games.
No, the Deadly Game song from Survivor Series 98.
Oh, that was Survivor Series.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the Chris Isaac one. No.
No.
What a
No.
wicked game we play.
Not Wicked Game by Chris I.
You know, he made that video just to freaking have that topless hot model like sitting in his lap. Like that was the whole point of that song.
Yo, here's well, it's just like that movie I was talking about, Getaven. That guy John DeHart made that movie just so he could do that hot tub scene with the Playmate chick. I don't blame him. I'm about to cast a movie with Rhea Ripley so I can do a fucking Tommy Wiseau scene with her. I don't care if it's a belly button.
Hey, bye.
You know, well, when it's that, never mind. If it's that big, it'll fucking reach around eventually. It'll be fine. I wasn't born with a thick head of hair, Rich. Jesus Christ. I saw this came up before we move on. I'm going to share this image here from Facebook. This is, I don't know if this is legit, but this is from, to Adam Pierce. This is October 27th, 1999. Pursuant to your conversation with Paul Orndorff, this is to confirm that you have chosen not to accept WCW's contract offer dated November 16th, 1999. Therefore, WCW is hereby withdrawing the contract offer dated November 16th, 1999. I wish you all the best in your luck or in your future endeavors. Diana L. Myers, Director of Legal and Business Affairs. Yeah. So Adam Pierce turned down a contract in the end of '99 with WCW. Not necessarily.
They withdrew their contract.
Well, he turned it down, so they withdrew their offer.
They withdrew it.
Yeah, he turned it down though. That's funny though because it's like, hey, he kind of missed out on the shit show that WCW turned into.
Yeah,
you know. So I mean, really, you know, not a bad thing.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, because as much as I loved it, it was a dumpster fire. I still enjoyed it. It was bad. It was bad, but I enjoyed it.
It was real bad.
It was bad, real bad.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was, but it still wasn't as bad as Halloween Kills. Fuck that movie.
Evil dies tonight.
Evil fucking flies tonight, right off the goddamn roof with that director David Gordon Green. You son of a bitch. All right. AJ Styles comes out to the ring. He's going to call out Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul answers the challenge, and they went on to have a nice little promo spot there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
They had a nice promo. I like the prospect of this match at WrestleMania. It gives Logan Paul another opportunity to shine. You know, he's grown on me since he debuted. You know, his commitment to actually learning the craft is kind of what what sold me on him. And I just wish that we could have gotten this match when AJ was still in his prime. You know.
Yeah.
Because he's in his 40s now. You know, his spring ain't quite as springy as it used to be, but you know, still a very good worker. You know, he can still do some of the high flying stuff despite the injuries he's had. So I think that'd be a solid match.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a solid match. Yep, that'll like I said, man, Logan, that kid's got something special. He's the male equivalent of what Tiffany Stratton is on the women's side. Like he really is. I mean, he's taken to the sport. God damn my sketchbook. Oh my God. I love it.
Good Lord, that's horrifying.
That's that's painful. That's fucking painful, boys. So yeah, AJ and them, they had a little brawl. You know, that's what I like. It's like we're getting close. It's like give us that. Give us the physicality. We need to see that. like with Cody and Cena, we got it tonight, but all of that is going to be overshadowed by how bad John Cena buried Cody on the microphone. Like the crowd shifting over to Cena, you know, even if it was only a little sect of the crowd, they still did. Like they weren't cheering Cody quite as loudly. You know, he still got his pop, but it was nowhere near what it was before Cena said everything he said on the microphone.
Dude, he didn't get a pop when he pointed at WrestleMania. That was like the most dismal, like, wow, guys, let the arrow out of the room. Like, that was sad.
Yeah. But I mean, it stands to reason though. You know what I mean? There's no lies in anything that John Cena said tonight about Cody. There's not one lie detected. And it needed to happen that way. You know, I guarantee you Cena didn't take notes.
No. I wasn't surprised if some of that stuff was just off the cuff anyways.
Oh, I'm sure it was. You know, he's gifted on the microphone. AJ had a little brawl. Aren't all his brawls little? Yes, they are. They're all fun size. But so AJ and Logan, I like that. And then we went into a Lyra Valkyria backstage interview with what's her name?
That's not a good song.
I remember.
Jackie Redmond. Was it the hot one? That's Jackie Redmond.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lyra does something that a champion really doesn't do, and she sets up her own. Basically, she's going to be hoisted by her own petard. They'll probably it'd be funny if they now that she called out. Oh boy, look at me! I'm Bailey. I'm going to wrestle for the Women's Intercontinental title next Monday on Raw. Oh boy. Like, could you book a more uninteresting match? Like Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, it's not really riveting television.
Oh.
Yeah, and it'll probably be the main event of next week's Raw because it is a title match, you know.
The Women's Intercontinental title main eventing Raw over your World Championship, over your Men's Intercontinental Championship. It's just, and it's not even that it is. So if it was the Women's World title like tonight, like after the taking in the whole show and the scope of it, yes, that was the appropriate match to have in the main. Gunther and Jimmy Uso is not. You know, but the Women's Intercontinental title, if that's the main event, there's no way that's the main event. Like, I mean, it's possible, but Jesus, dude. Like, how low are you willing to sink?
Yeah.
A
lot of times I would prefer those like throwaway main events that would go for 2 minutes before an interference happens and then an angle goes down, and like wrestling leaves you with the cliffhanger.
Yeah. What's the cliffhanger with Lyra Valkyria and Bailey? What, Bailey bores herself to sleep during the match, or Lyra's top comes off and that's the only exciting thing she ever does? Does have a wardrobe malfunction? I mean, look, you obviously made it to the show through nepotism. We get it, you know, because Lyra's not a very good worker. She's not over. All the crowd, the only crowd involvement with her is when they go woo, woo during her entrance when she moves her arms like that, because that's the only way you can get the crowd involved, because the weird and again, just like when they say whoa during Seth Rollins and they sing Cody's song, every vagina in there dries up. Every single one of them fucking dries up. It's the Sahara fucking desert, because that's just the fucking, it's like what kind of God, what the fuck is wrong with wrestling fans?
They're the worst.
So like I've been saying this for years since we started watching again after the pandemic. It's like I stopped watching in 2015 and the fans were pushing back against the mediocrity and hijacking shows, and then I start watching again and it was almost like dystopic or Orwellian. Like the fans were cheering mediocrity and cheering things that they would have rebelled against before, and John Cena basically called that out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah.
No, he was right to.
Yeah,
he was right to.
100% right to.
Yeah, so we have that boring women's intercontinental title match for next week. Then that brings us to the main event, which was the Women's World Championship with special guest set of abs, Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley gets her rematch with all her cake she brings to the ring against Io Sky, Yo-Yo Ma. And yep, that's right. It's a member of that fucking stable that you all love. I know you guys do. You love them. Not them. Not them. Where the fuck did damage control go? I'm so confused. Where did my damage control picture go? There it is, right there. There it is.
Yo-Yo Ma can't hurt you. He's not real.
According to Draven, Yo-Yo Ma is not real.
Io and Ripley do not. Yeah, like Io and Ripley don't work together at all.
There was so many botches in this match.
Yeah, definitely.
There was at least 3 that I could count right off the top of my head. And then you've got Io Sky with her fucking stand and wait theater. And I mean, they fucked up what spot was it? It was the one corner spot where Io was on her shoulders that ended up turning into a Samoan drop because they had to call an audible halfway through because they were sitting up there for fucking 9 seconds and couldn't get the move off.
Yeah.
And then Rhea tripped in the ring on the roll-up spot at the beginning of the match. She was going for like a schoolboy, and she slipped on that, and then Io turned it around into just a drop down and kind of hit her a couple times. And there was another spot too.
Wasn't it the Poison Rana on the outside?
Yes. Yeah, the Poison Rana. Io does the fucking flip, and Rhea doesn't go, and then just back bumps. Like, that's why it's like those spots are so fucking bad. They're so garbage. They're so garbage.
It was all load of shite.
Yeah,
it was. It fucking was. Like the whole,
especially that
thing.
Fucking atomic drop, like, or that the Samoan drop. I'm like, damn, like, dude, like Io's might be kind of hurt, and she just got right up. It's like, what the fuck happened?
What my sketchbook said: Io is slow. It takes too long to climb. She has no real offensive wrestling, and I don't know why she ever got the title. Whatever they're doing, she's an afterthought as the champion. She's a complete afterthought. Like, giving her the title was hilarious when the money is Bianca and Rhea. That's the money. And listen to the crowd. Like, the crowd was behind Rhea the entire night. They were never behind Io Sky. They basically booed. I can't wait. Now let's hear it, because the IWC was crying last week because they said the fans were racist because they booed Bianca. So
what?
Yep. That was an IWC complaint. The fans in Scotland. Yeah, was it Scotland? Where the Orbital Hydro is? Yeah. They said it was racist. They were booing her.
So any criticism towards anybody that's black is considered racism?
Yeah, apparently. In context of wrestling, yeah, I guess.
How is that's a disservice to black wrestlers, because that means they can't do any heel moves. They can't Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I could go off on that, but I don't want to because it could get me in trouble. But it sucks, you know. Makes it hard to cheer a wrestler when you know it's all artificial.
Yeah, like and this is the thing is like I like Bianca. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I like her. I think she's talented.
Me
I think
too.
she has amazing athleticism. Yeah, maybe they thought she was Irish. That's why they were booing her.
She's Black Irish.
Oh Lord Jesus, she's one of the original Irish.
She's like Colin Farrell.
She's like Hall of Famer Rod Carew.
He has a thick accent too.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
But no, man, I don't see that. It's because I'm just waiting for it. It'll be tomorrow morning. We'll probably see. If it's not on Twitter already, I'm kind of interested. Now I want to look and see if they're crying about that. But Bianca, wait. Oh yeah, Zoe Stark is really going heel on Twitter. I love her even more now. And that's why I'm on an Awful Wrestling Opinions podcast, because I know everybody hates Zoe Stark, but I fucking love Zoe. I do.
Yeah, I like her too.
Here's her tweet from 6:30 tonight. This is not how an official should dress. And she put the censor bar over there. Are you trying to bring back the right to censor gimmick? Make sure her food don't torch and catering. I love how okay, Mickey James. I love how the marks like get mad at her. Like it's funny. You? I think they should bring back the right to censor. Why the fuck not? I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, especially in this day and age.
Yeah,
but what do they have to censor? Everything's already censored.
Yeah.
Bianca no-sells everything. That's the fucking problem. Except for tonight, she oversold that big boot.
Yeah.
Like normally when she takes any offense, she just pops right back up and she's fucking fine again. I'm the same. My sketchbook. I love Zoe, man. I think she's funny as shit. She doesn't get enough credit for her sense of humor, but I don't have. This match was no laughing matter. It was downright fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking bad.
Like, aesthetically pleasing, but that was about it.
On one part, the other one looks like a board.
Which one?
EO. Where's she? She got no curves. That girl
looks good.
She got as much curves as a phone book.
She still looks good.
Draven is blinded by his malaria, his yellow fever.
Here. This bottle of cologne has curves on it too. Is that hot? Let's see. Wait, my cup is curved. You like that? It's got more curves than EO Sky.
That's because her gear covers it up.
She doesn't. Her style doesn't blend with Rhea. It doesn't work. I mean, there's ways to make the speedster and the power game work. Those two just don't have chemistry. They don't have chemistry. And that falls on both of them. That falls on both.
Yeah, it's not
parties.
all on.
It's not all
on EO.
No, it's not all on EO, and I won't blame her for that completely.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not they don't translate well. They don't. It just that's part of the fucking game. You know, there's shit that I won't do if I wrestle somebody that wants to do that shit. I'm sorry.
There's a good picture of EO. It's her gear that makes her look like she's not like good.
Meh.
Motherfucker. This guy. I think she looks good.
I mean, she's attractive. I'm not gonna say she's not attractive. I mean, she just looks like an average body with a decent set of tits to me. Like that's if I'm just simply, I'm not talking about her wrestling. If I'm just judging on aesthetics, that's all I say. Cute face, decent tits, nice body. That's a dime a dozen.
Shaking my head right now.
That's a dime a dozen.
Now I will say she's the least attractive out of the three. Probably either Asuka or Kairi is probably more attractive.
Oscar and Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar and Carrie. Okay. No love for the wine mom, huh? Wine aunt. Dodge.
No, I'm not a fan. I don't think she looks good.
I just like Dakota Kai is one of the worst, and I didn't even include her in like the women's intercontinental thing because she's just garbage. She's fucking garbage. Like her work is garbage. She's frail. Yeah, just fucking horrible in the ring, like god awful and terrible. But this match was fucking nothing to write home about. The ending was the best part of it, basically. Bianca had enough after Io drop kicked her in the shins. She drop kicked her in the Shinsuke Nakamura's, and she threw Bianca threw the match out. Bianca was like, "No, I'm done. This is bullshit." Bianca.
I gotta throw the hard R in there.
I'm making fun of Russo because he throws R's in places where they just don't go because of his accent. So I just started calling him because I heard him say Bianca and it sounded like he said Bianca. So now she's just Bianca.
I thought it was more of a
no. It's just because of Russo's mispronunciation. He's like Bianca Belair, bro, Bianca. Like Bianca. I didn't think there was an R in that.
I think I remember him saying it like that.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It's Peter. I'll read it. Hang on. Peter just laces. He know right got that ritter Asian girls.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go put my Chinese Raiden hat on.
Yeah, like
Rhino.
Mina Shirakawa, she's coming to AEW. Like she's fucking hot too.
Yeah, Mariah May. That's another. Her contract is.
Yeah, but she's gonna stay because Mina's that going. They're gonna be there full time.
But
so she's gonna stay.
So back to the other Asian girl we were talking about with a subpar aesthetic. Yo-Yo Ma. She fucking got wiped out. So did fucking Bianca by Rhea, and the crowd fucking popped. The crowd fucking popped for it because it's fucking, and like I said, man, I know Rhea can't have the title all the time, but when the iron is hot, doth must striketh. And they're just, if they don't put it back on her, like I said, set up a program between her and Bianca. If you want to give Bianca the belt, I say you turn her heel because they're trying to turn Rhea heel and it's not sticking. The crowd's like, no. Even if Rhea, did you notice she dropped the whole fucking whiny thing this match?
Oh yeah,
she didn't do it. She's done that the last 2 weeks. Rhea, she wasn't whiny at all tonight.
Oh no, she was just in there and whoop some ass. And
yep, she wasn't whiny. She wasn't getting distracted. Look what I can do, Bianca. Like she just did her shit and fucking went through the match, botched a couple spots, but it looked like ass. I need to clip that one on the outside. I'm gonna go back and record that from the broadcast. I mean, I would never do that. How the fuck do you guys think I produce those reviews? I'm gonna clip that scene of her because that's hilarious. Yeah, see, that's the problem though, is they make her talk ghetto and it just doesn't sound natural at all, coming from, like we've talked about before, women like her and women like Jade, who are these like Division I educated fucking females that are worth millions of dollars, and neither of them has ever been impoverished or lived in the hood, as it were. And then you're like, hey, dumb it down, or whatever. It's like that doesn't. I don't know. It's a disservice to them. And I'm not being a white knight, but as somebody who notices shit, it's just like, why would you do that when you have two amazing athletes who can, do their gimmick without that shit? I don't know. But so Rhea stood tall at the end of the fucking match. Even though they're like, oh, she's not going to WrestleMania. I mean, let's be honest. Are they really going to leave mommy off fucking WrestleMania?
Nope.
It's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to fucking happen. They're leaving. They like money above everything. Their ticket prices for WrestleMania prove that. So unless you want people to piss people off even more than you've already done, I suggest having mommy on the card. And I say that as a fan of hers and somebody who knows what you're missing out on if you don't, and you're losing money by doing that.
Adam Pierce will make it official next
Right?
week or the week after. No, I say next week.
Probably. It'll probably be next week. But overall, I mean, the episode was pretty subpar tonight.
Yeah.
The Cena and Cody spot, with Cena roasting him was really good. That's the highlight right there of that. Like I said, you had your Jimmy Uso and Gunther match, which that was Penta and Breaker versus the Job Squad, Dom and Finn. Dom notably did get a dirty Dom chant tonight, which was kind of funny. The heel gets, because none of the other heels got a chant. Dom got a chant though. I mean, do you think he'd work as a babyface?
They tried to have him as a babyface.
If they'd have
before he was like super over as a heel though.
Yeah,
but still, it's like, I don't know.
That
as a wrestler,
is hurting Braun Breaker.
What's that?
Sorry, Draven. I was just saying that feud is hurting Braun Breaker, but I didn't mean to cut Draven off.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, as a wrestler, he's just kind of meh. Like he's never gonna live up to the potential his dad has as a wrestler. Like, yeah, his character work as like a heel has been all right, but that's it. He's nothing special in the ring.
No.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio already had legendary matches by now.
Yeah,
Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc, and
Dude, Ray's match with Psychosis and ECW back in '95 was a goddamn 5-star match. So I mean, Ray's got much more talent in the ring.
We'll have to go watch that one for Patreon.
The ECW one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You got to start keeping a list.
I'll write it down on the on my notes right here. That's Ray versus Psychosis. They worked a bunch of matches, but there's one in particular, one spot that Ray does. He did it was Hurricane Rana, like head scissor takeover into a pin off of like a ledge onto Psychosis on a platform outside of the ring. It was fucking fantastic because I believe it was like a Falls Count Anywhere match. That was a fantastic, and I know you guys have seen that highlight spot somewhere along the way. But Psychosis to me was one of the best luchadors I'd ever seen. Like I fucking loved Psychosis. I did. Dude never got. I don't think he ever got enough credit and nearly enough shine for as good as he was. I want to highlight this. Bianca's a heel with the belt, and the Street Profits with the belts being all pimped out would be fire. See, I don't know why they haven't put them all together yet. I mean, because that would be a good deal to have Bianca with Montez Ford and that other guy, Angelo Dawkins. Is that his name?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, they could call them the Crips.
Shit.
But no, I think it'd be a solid angle.
Yeah,
I think that would be a solid fucking angle. Yeah, that spot, they both look like they're almost dead. Yeah, that would be a good thing for them, especially like I said, pushing Bianca as a heel. But yeah, other than that, pretty subpar, lackluster episode of Raw. Outside of a few highlights, it was really nothing to write home about. And yeah, most of the segments just had me just. Yeah. Yeah, that was most of the night tonight. Who approved this and why aren't they fired yet? But that's gonna do it for us tonight, folks. that is going to do it. Thank you to everybody watching on X, on the Awful Wrestling Opinions channel over there, and Twitch. You guys might catch me doing some more some gaming over there for the Awful Wrestling stuff. We might even start one here for the channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I might start a Twitch account, and I think we're going to get the channel verified on X again. As much as I'm loath to, I want to build. You know, we had 1,100 followers before the hack happened on my main account over there. So, and this is my personal account we're using now, which is at like 210 because I never used it. You know, but yeah. So, welcome. We've had quite a few new subscribers on the YouTube side of things. So thank you guys, and they're clearly enjoying the content. And keep in mind, there'll be more. Jesus Christ, that Linda Cardellini video is almost at 400 views. Nice. All right, you guys are excited about a hot Pamela Voorhees. And I just have to give one more honorable mention tonight to Rhea Ripley's gear for holding together with all that ass shaking around back there.
Oh boy.
Jesus, God in heaven. Buddy Matthews, sir.
Yeah.
We salute you.
Yeah.
I'll have a sip of water to that. But no, thank you. Yeah, follow us at Patreon, man. I got to upload Mouth of Madness. I didn't upload over there last week. I got Mouth of Madness. I'll upload that tonight. But yeah, so the last upload we had was Dark Match. Draven and I did a commentary for that. And yeah, I'll upload Mouth of Madness. And let's see. So tomorrow night we've got Tyler Wooten on Tuesday Night Terrorvision. We're reviewing. It's April Fool's Day, so we're reviewing the 1986 horror comedy April Fool's Day. And then the following week we have Drew Robinson from Wendigo Pictures. We will be. He's picking the movie that we're going to review. We'll announce that probably tomorrow night. And Natasha Brozier is coming back to the channel. Bodybuilder from Denmark. We had a conversation a while ago. We talked, and she's going to come back on, sit down, kind of catch us up on what she's been up to. And you'll have some footage from camp this week from me and my son beating the hell out of each other in the ring as I try to get my title back. So thank you. This is, like I said, our 1-year anniversary as being Wrestling with Horror. So thank you. Welcome to everybody new. Thank you to all of our channel members, Patreon backers. Thank you to everybody watching on X. Yeah, we appreciate the hell out of you guys, gals, and everybody else out there. Wood, bro, thanks for joining us. Mr. Instant Regret, we love you, bro. Thank you.
Hey,
man.
thank you, y'all. It was fun. Let's do it again.
Absolutely. And Draven and Chris and Tony, thank you guys. Even you, Draven, you son of a bitch.
You love me.
I do. I do.
Glad we could tear you away from your video game.
I didn't want to disrupt the little fella while he was playing.
Yay!
That's what my cat's going to be doing here pretty soon. Actually, as soon as I go upstairs, I'm going to eat my chili, and then I'm going to go to bed.
She's in for a rude awakening. I got pissed like a racehorse. Stuff. She's going to be moving.
That sounds like indigestion, man.
I had that last night.
Chili in bed.
Made it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not for real. That would fuck my stomach up. Oh my god, dude.
The big old fucking Tums that are shaped like oversized Skittles. Lifesaver, bro. 1,000 milligrams minimum.
Yeah, there's our Wrestling with Horror Patreon page right there. Even though I shared it from the Awful Wrestling X. But yeah, there's us on Patreon. $2 a month to become a Brainbuster. It is a deal for the amount of content that we upload over there. And me and Tony be getting some more match commentaries done. Next one, we'll do the Ray and Psychosis one. That'll be our next one for Patreon. And yeah, that's patreon.com/Wrestling with Horror 420 in the little C's in there too. But thank you everybody for being here, man. We appreciate you guys and gals. Come back tomorrow. I'll have some videos later this week. I've got, like I said, we've got live streams planned, and WrestleMania Night 2 will have live here. The Nintendo Direct Wednesday morning. I almost forgot about that because we do gaming. We do cover. We do. Brown. But no, we cover gaming here on the channel as well. So we will be covering the Nintendo Direct live, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, right here Wednesday morning. So it's the Switch 2 launch, right, Tone?
Announcement.
Yes, it's the announcement, and what's more important, they're going to talk about the games that they haven't been releasing since basically May 2023. So, yeah, can't wait to see what software they have in store.
Yeah.
Yeah, those of you out there, yeah, if you're interested in gaming too, you could check us out. Subscribe, Wrestling with Horror on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at N80Pete, which I'll share. Fuck it. The links are in the description, folks. I'm wrapping it up here. If we don't see you, have a great day, pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it is always better to burn out. Fade away.